What up, you fluffy bastards? My name is Liquid Blitz, and today I bring to you my first Battlefield 5 Superclass loadout. My superclasses are a series of powerful or just straight up fun loadouts you can use if you want a fresh experience. This superclass I decided to name Capone because all the weapons are US Prohibition era mob gangster weapons. This class is officially gangster. As per my usual style, all the info is already on screen for those who don't want to listen to my charming voice. I'm going to go through the loadout first, and then switch the background to gameplay of this class while we discuss its strengths and look at some gameplay tips to make the most of it. Okay, from top to bottom then. First things first, this superclass is a medic, and the combat role I've chosen is the field medic role. The weapon, the centerpiece I've chosen for this class, is the M1928A1, aka the Thompson submachine gun, aka the Tommy gun. Right off the bat, gangster. Now I like to be specific with my superclass loadout, so I've chosen specific specializations for the Tommy gun. In order, it's right, left. Now these give you faster aim down sight, less horizontal recoil, less vertical recoil, and a much larger mag size going from 20 rounds to 50. In other words, I've chosen the specializations for better accuracy when aiming and not the ones that give you better hipfire accuracy. Also, the sight I've chosen is the reflex sight. Now as for the sidearm, I've chosen one of the most popular pistols of all time, the M1911A1, used from, funnily enough, 1911 and still used today. The reason I've chosen it is because it happened to be one of the most popular handguns used by the mob during the Prohibition era. Gangster. Next down the list is the melee weapon. Now, I chose the good old dependable shovel here. Now, why shovel, you ask? Well, the Tommy gun and the M1911 are both pretty damn gangster. Now, follow my logic. Gangsters kill other gangsters. And what do they do then? They have to hide the evidence. And what do they use to hide the evidence? Shovel, bitch! I mean, this is a medic loadout, so you're gonna want to try and save people, not kill them. No, you're gonna want to try and kill people and save people. Anyway, let's finish up the loadout. As for the grenade and gadgets, I've chosen smoke grenade, bandages, and smoke rifle grenades. So, a hell of a lot of smoke, because, you know, gangsters are always smoking something. Anyway, gameplay. Let's look at the strengths of this class. Clearly, the main first big strength is that this class is, as I've already said, gangster. I mean, that goes without saying. And by using it, you are officially now a gangster. Welcome to the mob. The first few actual strengths are all to do with the Tommy gun and the specializations that I chose. Firstly, it has a fast aim down sight, 33% faster than standard, which is seriously going to help your reaction speed. It also has all-round less recoil, both upwards and horizontal, which is good because this weapon actually already has a pretty awful recoil as standard, so it should only be used close range. That being said, with these specialization choices, it becomes slightly more bearable to use toward medium range. I also chose the much larger 50-round extended mag, rather than the faster rate of fire. The faster fire is nice, don't get me wrong, but you just can't beat 50 rounds instead of 20. It's such a big increase. I mean, the problem I'm constantly running into is that with 20 rounds, the problem is you run out of ammo mid-fight all the time. Literally, every other engagement I'm running out of ammo when there's an enemy still there staring me in the face. But with 50, you can easily get 2 or 3 kills before you've got to reload. And that's especially nice because it's an SMG. It's a close-range weapon, and the medic is a close-range class. You run into multiple enemies all the time as a medic. So the extended magazine essentially gives you multi-kill ability. Anyway, moving away from the weapon, the next strength is pretty much the strongest reason to play medic in Battlefield. You have unlimited bandages. You can literally self-heal after every single engagement, or even mid-engagement. If you've taken a couple of shots, it's sometimes smarter to duck behind cover and heal back up to full before re-engaging the enemy, especially when you have unlimited heals. Now, the last strength will lead us nicely into the gameplay tips. This superclass is packing some serious smoke. As tip number 1 says, smoke is the key to kicking ass with this class. Throwing smoke has always been the best and easiest way to revive teammates that are even slightly exposed. Seriously, mo smoke, mo revives. More points. Also, you can and should use smoke to allow you and your teammate to advance on enemy objectives unseen. You can potentially have 5 lots of smoke on this class. Now that is more than enough to completely obscure a wide open area and make it genuinely easy to move out in the open without getting shredded or sniped. Now I say potentially 5 lots of smoke because you actually only spawn with 4. You spawn with the maximum number of regular grenades, 2, but you don't spawn with the maximum number of rifle grenades. You spawn with 2 of those, but you can actually carry 3. So even once you've just respawned fresh, you should still resupply at an ammo station to get that 3rd smoke rifle grenade. That's actually the next tip on screen. Resupply at ammo stations regularly. Literally every single time you're near a base or an objective, you need to get into the habit of just going straight to the ammo station and maxing out your grenades and your ammo. Oh, and by the way, not everyone knows this. You can actually build ammo and medkit stations at every single objective. You build them using your tools, just the same as building fortifications. Now, every single class can actually build them, but you can only build them where they are supposed to be. You can't just build one anywhere. So you've still got to find the ghost blueprint of where it's supposed to go, and then you can build it. Anyway, moving on. The next gameplay tip: aim down sight when fighting. I deliberately chose the weapon specializations that helped aimed accuracy and not hipfire accuracy, so make the most of that and aim as much as you can. Even very close range, unless the enemy is literally like right in your face, then just hipfire, but otherwise aim. Next, kind of an obvious one. I don't even need to say it. Heal and revive as many teammates as humanly possible. Medic is seriously the easiest class to get to the top of the scoreboard with, thanks to the crazy points you get for reviving. By the way, if you haven't already, you might want to go check out my guide about how to get to the top of the scoreboard. There's a link in the description to that video. Anyway, with this superclass, and to be honest with you, just with any medic class, you should get into the habit of pressing your bandage key while looking at every single teammate that runs past you, just to really maximize your score and genuinely help your team. Next tip, don't try to revive teammates that are just surrounded by enemies. I mean, yes, all the smoke does really help to revive some of the trickier people out in the open, but sometimes your teammate just dies, literally surrounded by enemies, and there's no sense risking your life to save someone that, even if you do manage to revive them, you're both just going to die anyway. So don't try to be a hero and save literally everyone. Anyway, the last tip I have for you, and this really applies once again to any medic loadout, you should always spot the teammates that you plan on reviving by looking at them wherever they are, and on PC at least, pressing the Q key. The Q is the default spot key. Spotting teammates for revival, I mean, first of all, it lets them know a medic is coming. It actually pops up on their screen with your name and your distance. If they see a medic coming, they're much more likely to not skip and die, because these days, a lot of people just skip, especially when they're in a more dangerous spot and think that no one is actually going to risk their lives to save them. But we are gangsters with this class. We don't run from danger.
We are the danger.
In fact, here's the official game plan for the Capone superclass. Spot 'em, smoke 'em, revive 'em, kill all sons of bitches. Oh, and also I should tack on to the end. Also, with the field medic combat role, when you spot teammates for revival, you get a boost to your sprint speed, so win-win. Anyway, that's it for this superclass loadout. It's definitely a load of fun to use this class, but I will stress again, this is a close-range class. The Tommy gun is actually one of the worst medic guns to use at longer ranges. But for close range, it will kick all manner of ass. Like this video if you liked it, like this video if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more similar content, and I live stream regularly, but only over on Twitch. There's a link in the description to my Twitch channel. Liquid Blitz, out.